that one race they beat. Weren't they like bug or techies? Oh yeah. We're at Valhalla. You know, store you. You've got one more D mod to go. All right, your D mod's off. Yeah, well, it's one of those things. They could even, you know, going against something equal to them. It's not bad, but you know, taking down opponent's shields where they can hit more damage, they didn't really need to worry as much about ions, and that is about to drive me nuts. Why will you? Oh, no, stop that. There we go. Because there was that. Because I know, but or did they theme it after that? The Beskars, those like bug dragony things, which was the last major thing they conquered before they kind of got put in their place. Y'all are all good. So I fixate it's right in Basilisk. Yeah, because I know they did a lot of stuff off of them too, and they tamed them for mounts. Victory 2. No, but how close? This nebula again? You're a barren world system with an oh, you'll be in here. I think near a barren world. So you're in here. Yes, barren. So you could be on either one of these. All right. I think we're good in here for a while. Well, it also depends on which Mando lore too, because that's part of the roughness. Because you got the Mando like current lore, and then you've got the original stuff, and some of it exists, some of it no longer exists, and some of it we don't know if it does or not, because Disney hasn't said one way or not. But I think they've pretty much said we ain't talked about it. It don't work. But they can change that at the drop of a dime too. Just making sure you're not chasing me. Oh, what's going on? The Evil Sun's orcs have been eliminated from the galaxy by the Chiss Ascendancy. Man, I knew they were hitting them hard, but dang. Okay. And then there's the extra lore that was put out before Lucas said something one way or the other. So it's like lore that's been removed by Lucas when he still had it, that Marvel created. And that issue. which I thought was amazing. Yes, Marvel was the original comic book company to produce Star Wars comics. They had the original rights until they created a backstory and lore for Boba Fett without Lucas's approval or anything like that. And he was like, oh, no. This isn't happening. And when this contract is up, you lose Star Wars rights and you're not getting it back. And then that's when they crossed over to the, what was it? Was it Dark Horse? I believe that they went to second. But they gave Boba Fett a awesome backstory lore along with the Mandalorians. Little bit of backstory on them. True, but also at the time Marvel didn't think anything of it because they just, did their own thing when it came to story and whatnot. So, I mean, they're so used to that, they probably didn't think anything of it. Whoop. And it's one of those things, Marvel and DC is just, back in the day, that was kind of common for them to do. Or let the writers do it and they're just like, whoa. Jeez. Because they gave Mandalore a very, very Spartan heavy kind of background. Which, they roughly already had. But, it's one of those, the planet was broken into, I don't want to say it was broken into 5 parts, but you can think of it as 5 countries, 5 factions, 5 Mandalorian groups. And each group was led by a 5-star general. And instead of having a president, as you would say, or a king or anything like that for the planet, the five generals would come together and be like, hey, we're going to do this, that, and the other, and then they would coordinate, their attacks from there. So, I mean, it was like a planet-wide, but instead of, if you want to think of like Spartan, instead of having a king, you just had 5 major 5-star generals, 3-star generals, whatever, whatever you want to count, whatever star makes you happy, because it states it in there, and I can't remember. That was over 20 years ago. And Boba Fett was actually one of those generals. Well, according to that lore. But I want to say it was Marvel Comics, or Star Wars Marvel Comics in the 20s. What's the issue number? Like 24, 27, somewhere in there. The cover is a sandcrawler chasing R2 and 3PO on Tatooine. I do better with the pictures and whatnot, remembering, because when you're sorting through comics, there could be a lot of issues with a lot of numbers that's key for first appearances and all this stuff, so it's much easier to remember it by covers and pictures. I might be getting the numbers mixed up. Yeah. And the way they like to reboot stuff with different storylines and restarting universes, it's like, well, I've got a Spider-Man #1. Now, which one? You know, the first one. Well, so, I mean, you don't have any #1s technically there are of Spider-Man? I give you a hint, a lot. Come here. I've had enough of you. If I have to keep coming in here for bounties, I'm not going to keep tolerating dealing. Recruiter. Yeah. It was kind of that in between transitioning, testing things out. No. Whoa, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. Fine. Drift. Because I fixate with a lot of the changes they've made to who is and who isn't alive in Star Wars canon now. I don't know if they'll can or will actually use the Yuuzhan Vaughn now. You want to get so close and personal, buddy. And I mean, with the change of how the Emperor was coming and going, I mean, without him doing the clone bodies and them hitting on that, I mean, will there be will there be any eclipses? Will there be any world eaters? I mean, technically it was Chewie that ends up dying before Han does, because I don't remember Han actually dying. It was Chewie. I mean, it took a world eater blowing him and a planet up while he saved one of Han's kids. As technically Han that killed the Emperor because he shot him in the back. Because he was in the very last clone body. He broke into the room where Leia had just given birth to... Was it the twins? So he had broken in there to put his essence in one of the kids since the body was going to be strong enough, and Han caught up to him and shot him in the back, killed him. With no more clones, no more Emperor. Aggressive? I'll take a look at you. Fleet logs. Yeah, I'll promote you. We can work with that. We can do this for now. That's No. Mentor, sorry. There we go. Fixed you. And what is it? Now, Luke, what is it? I mean, Luke joined the Emperor for a while to learn the dark side. You know, tricking the Emperor, technically. Emperor thought he had turned him, but he just wanted to learn. It's like, why did Anakin turn? What did Dad see so great about this? But yeah, I don't think we're ready for any of that. All right. Let's go drop stuff off and then we'll vend. So, I mean, there's so many interesting, cool storylines. It's like, I don't know if they'll exist. Can they exist? Because, I mean, literally without Luke and the Jedi Order, I mean, they had a huge key role in stopping the Vaughn. Of course, I'm not ruling out the rest of the galaxy. It was a combined effort. I mean, the Hutts did a lot of work too. The Hutts actually defended their space. The Yuuzhan Vaughn, it's a group of, I shouldn't say aliens, like humanoid people that came from a completely different galaxy through the void, because their system was, they came from a, you know, say this is all Star Wars. There's a void around the system that they just, you can't traverse. It's, no one has ever figured out how. And there's supposed to be like a, like say like right here is a real small way here to get through, but you know, it's one of those, finding it would take a whole lot of work and a whole lot of luck. And there's like little snippets like that everywhere. So this is Star Wars. This, and I know it's a lot different, but you know, say this is the known galaxy for Star Wars. They came from, you know, their own like this, but everything in their galaxy was pretty much trashed. Just trashed, because theirs went through a whole lot of centuries, and I mean centuries of fighting between sentient robot beings. So think Skynet, but not Skynet, you know, sentient, you know, you've got this group of robots, you've got this group of robots, and it's just constant war. And the, you know, you've got other humans and other aliens. They're just caught up in the middle of this. It's like, oh my God. So by the time with them fighting off everything and the robots dying, there was just nothing left in their system. You know, they would not be able to start over fresh and, you know, terraforming, stuff like that. It was too bad. So they packed everything up on world ships and it's like, all right, well, we die if we stay here. We might die if we leave, but at least if we find something, we have a chance to live. And they found Star Wars. And that was supposed to be one of the tidbits of lore, is like, why did the Emperor keep making these weird super weapons and planet destroying weapons? It was supposed to be because he had sensed and seen the Vaughn and what they could do, which is why he was making planet killing and other stuff, because if they could get a world ship or a world seed to a planet, they pretty much burrowed into it and messed with it. So it almost took destroying a planet to get it out, which is, you know, why he was doing stuff like this and making stuff. Yeah, but they had like a, they used tech, but they also had a, not really a Predators-like system, but they were very, when it came, they had organic and inorganic kind of a mixture of tech and weaponry and stuff like that. So it's, they're kind of tough to go down, and because of the stuff they've done to live and survive, they're cut off from the Force, period. So the Jedi literally couldn't see them coming because the Force won't touch them, not even the dark side of the Force. So I mean, they're just like nothing. So when they showed up, you know, the Jedi and everything that Luke had rebuilt, oh, at first they just got raw stomped because they couldn't sense them. They, you know, they just weren't there. So later, the Jedi finally figured out that they could sense the Vaughn by sensing like nothingness. I want to say, like, say they sense the Force, you know, like the air. Well, they can't do that because the Vaughn's cut off. So they learned to sense where there was nothing. So it's like, oh, there's like no air in that particular area. There's a Vaughn there. If that kind of weirdly makes sense. But that's how they adapt. The Jedi adapted to the Vaughn while getting completely creamed for a little while. Was it to stop one of them, the Executor class that they gave Wedge, he literally slammed it into one of the planet ships and took both of them out. His ship and the Vaughn ship, to keep it from getting to one of the planets. Nothing there. And I was fixated. I think by the end of it, they actually gave a number at the end. It wasn't even trillions. It's like quadrillions or quadbillions or something like that of people of all species that the Star Wars wide that got killed in the Vaughn. Well, the Vaughn invasion. So it was pretty rough. Yeah. Beam. Very good read, or if you want to, you know, listen to it. It is very good and very interesting. Of course, you know, the Vaughn also, as they establish themselves and whatnot. No. They made the same mistake as everybody else when they learned about Coruscant. I was like, oh, that's the capital? Kinda, sorta, but not really? I'm going to take it and I'm going to trash it. Yeah, that worked out so well for them, just like it did the Sith and everybody else. There we go. That be sorted up. All right. Okay. You're there. Where's Chef? Oh my. Well, with the Megaport up and running, you're getting supplies, so you're actually able to function. So I guess that's a thing. That I didn't say. Oh yeah, I did say go. I was thinking there. Planetary orbits and, you know, all that. The quartermaster, so nothing interesting. Whoa. Oh, that's me hitting an astronaut. I was like, who's fighting? I want in. Because that's actually the next faction that the dev for this is working on, is to use on Vaughn. Then they'd like to do some of the Imperial warlords. Checked you. I hate going to Horus. Whoa, 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 what's going... Oh. You don't have to do that. You should have just told me you wanted to fight. I'd have turned around. Like I said, after the last stream, I still can't figure out why I can't find it or anyone else. I want to know where the comic series for that... What are they calling it now? It's the Blackwing virus. What is it? I think it was... The Sith called it, when they created it, the sickness. But the Imperials, theirs was, what is it, like... IV-47 or I-47, was it numbers?
Moving out.
I mean, I know I've read that comic. It's like, why can I not find anywhere that exists? It's weird. I'm fixated. I know I've read it. So if it wasn't for being a good read, sometimes I would want to quit reading it, because back in the day, that artwork was kind of compared to most of the stuff I was reading. But, you know, like I said, that was just Dark Horse's style. Or that particular artist's style. But it's one of those things, it's like, I don't know how long I looked online. It's like, I just can't find that even exists. That's weird. Make a delivery, you're good. But it started out as a sentinel or a... Can't remember I mean, it started out just a normal plant that the Sith alchemists started messing with, since it... Sentient. That's what I wanted. It's a sentient plant, not sentinel. Y'all are good. All right. I completely forgot about this, didn't I? We're probably one farm behind, but that's not a big deal. Let's do a last minute check. You're good. Did you ding? Jeez, you still didn't ding. But your growth is only 2.9. I mean, pretty much say 3%. You're good. Let's see. I mean, technically, I could throw up a little gas production. Nope. Not what I meant. Oh my goodness. I've got the money and I forgot to do this. All right, we need right now. Atmosphere processing. Get that up and running. Then we're going to need stellar reflector. Get that up and running. I started this and I didn't finish it. Patrol station. Get that up and running. Wait. Your extreme heat. That's the wrong thing. All right, get that off. Get that off. All right, get those up. Get that up. We'll get the ground forces going. Okay. Got those. We got you. And get your ground forces. I was thinking this was the terraforming. I didn't start that one yet. Got that. I'll make sure I'm not forgetting something else on you. Domed cities. Okay. Good. I might go... This is what it was. All right. You've proven the independence and strength of your colonies by defeating a Persian League force sent against you. You are viewed as a stable trading partner. We earned plus 10% accessibility. Oh. And is that on everybody? Yup. Sure is. Wow. Okay, that's new. I like it. And technically, when we get enough, we'll handle this in the future. But I think we have to, unless it's been changed, I can upgrade it. But I think we'll need to equip it, or it's just a gigantic Death Star with a shield, and it will put out fighters, but it doesn't actually shoot. I'll have to see if that's been fixed or whatnot. So we'll earn some credits and whatnot, because I think I'm still in the green. Yes. Between that, I could technically go ahead and... Yeah, between now and next time, I'm going to stay on defensive. However, we are going to take the Beta Sparin 4 here, and I'm going to go ahead and start terraforming it and have it ready for us. What did I put? Hold on. Okay, yeah, you can do that for now. This is going to come out. This goes on the other one. Well, no, this is right, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Any good systems? I was pretty much hunting bounties and whatnot, Adion. And defensive. I found a new buff. From beating the Persian League enough, it gave me a permanent buff. So this was kind of neat. But that's going to get us for today. Before tomorrow, though, I will try to get the folder remodified so we can have bigger fights. So, but I probably won't. I guess I'll do a backup of this and see about running updates because I know I have some. And nothing there that's going to be major for this. I just don't understand why mine, whatchamacallit, Abyss, looks weird. Or traditional. Yeah, traditional. But that's going to get me, whoa, let me get a save in. For today. Tomorrow, we will continue getting the Rave Empire, at least our feet planted. Let me pause that. So, until tomorrow. Oh, yeah, add on real quick. The thing about capturing captains, that was the, what is it? No prisoners mod, right? No prisoners taken or something like that. I know we talked about it in the past. Like when I'm fighting someone, if they have a captain, I'm allowed to capture them. Okay, cool. Just making future notes for next run. I just wanted to make sure that's what I wrote down. I knew I'd be able to find it again, but I just wanted to double check. I appreciate that. But until tomorrow, I hope you have a good day. Good afternoon, whichever the case might be. But until then, I shall see you all on the flip side.